Okay, so while they're getting the form set up front, we have to get this concrete dye to the concrete so it gets mixed into the concrete, our concrete. So we want a little bit darker concrete, not so light gray. So we got this black onyx, and it's basically like black chalk powder, but it goes in while they're making the concrete at the concrete plant and just mixes all in there. So we got to load this up. We got 20 bags of it. It's like $2,000 worth of dye. So we got to load all this up into the Jeep, and then Mrs. Us got to go drop it off because they're going to be mixing the concrete tomorrow morning and then pouring tomorrow. I think we'll start pouring in the morning. We'll see how that goes. And then next week we start back here. This will be a little bit larger pad back here. Pay no attention to those huge divots that I just made, but I got to bring all this down. I think it's going to be 5 inches back here, 5 or 6 inches thick back here, with 12-inch center rebar. So it's going to be really strong pad back here. I think we're going to come out like 26 or 28 feet. So it'll be a really nice pad back here. Great for washing off, great for lots of stuff. So, all right, so let's get this loaded and then we'll continue on up front. Okay guys, that is looking pretty darn good. Not bad for a guy that just owns a Bobcat. I am not a Bobcat operator. I can move piles of stuff, move snow, but landscaping with a Bobcat is a whole other story. And that looks awesome. So we're just gonna run the tamper around, see where we end up. It'll probably bring everything down 1/2 inch, I would think. See where we end up. We want to be about 4.5 inches. So we're doing a bit of a thickened edge here. That's going to be a good 6 inches, just because, you know, there's a bit of a slope here. We're going to bring some more material in here, and I'm going to properly run those downspouts. So, but this whole area has to be filled to the bottom of that tin. So this whole thing needs about at least 10 Bobcat bucketfuls here, and this has got to be sloped properly. So we'll be bringing in a bit more material here. So looks fantastic right now though. Hey, good morning guys. So it is a freaking bright and early and awesome day. So the concrete truck is already here. So yesterday we got the site all prepped. Oh, we're already pouring concrete. So everything's looking really good. They're just getting their depth pegs in. Make sure that we get good depth all the way across. Interested in seeing what color this concrete's going to come out at. We put that concrete dye in I was showing you guys. So we'll see when she starts pouring out here. All right, this is going to go quick though. Nice little pad right here. Okay, we're getting our first stuff. The color looks really great. We were after a really dark gray, so that looks fantastic. All right, first truck is done. So that's 4 yards right there, guys. So I'd say that's, well, we're shooting for 10. This truck had 4. This truck has 6, so we got 10 yards coming. So, but if you're curious how much 4 yards is at around 4.5 inches thick, boom, there you go. Whatever your local concrete prices are. But yeah, I really like the color. It's probably gonna lighten up as it dries, but awesome. All right. Sorry guys, here's a little tip though. Anytime you're doing a concrete job, always form up a couple extras, because if they have extra, they're charging you for it anyways, and a lot of times when they got extra, they just dump it on the ground. So form up a couple little where you'd like some pads. So I'm going to do one here and one on that door. It turned out with this one up front here, 10 yards was exactly, they had like half a wheelbarrow left over, which was really close. So that was basically in the chute, so he's just washing out over there. So, but look how fantastic that looks. Frick, yeah, it looks good. That went extremely quick as well. It takes a while to set up rebar, getting the site prepped, but when the concrete comes, boom, it goes quick. And then finishing takes a bit of time. But the actual placing, pouring of the concrete, that goes lightning fast. So that looks freaking fantastic. We'll put the garage doors up so there's no concrete splatter on the doors. Got a tiny bit to clean off the tin there, but that'll come off real easy. Frick yeah, that looks great. Mrs. Osta will have somewhere nice to put her flowers now. Right on. Okay, so I've been moving most of the material here over to there because naturally this thing fell away that way. So we're doing a 4-inch slope this way with a 6-inch slope that way. So all the water is going to naturally go where it always went. This whole part of the yard goes down the hill there. So that's going to work out really good. So I built this up, I don't know, I'd say almost a foot. So we're getting kind of close. It's maybe a little low in the middle here. But I'll start kind of back raking it and get her good and level. But so far, for not being I always tell these guys, I say I'm a Bobcat owner, I'm not a Bobcat operator. So moving snow and moving piles of stuff is easy work, but landscaping with a skid steer that's another level. So that takes a lot. That's a very steep learning curve. Takes a lot of practice, years of practice. So I just go slow, you know, at a low throttle and just putz around and try to keep your eye on where you think high spots are and try to fill the low spots. And it's much easier once you start kind of back raking it. Then you can kind of really, then it kind of fills in the low spots anyways. It takes off the high spots. So I'll start doing that once we get the laser and this stuff out of the way. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna come out, I think it's 50 feet across. We're coming out 26 feet, and then we got a little angle for a pad by the door there. So that's gonna be quite a decent sized pour. So it'd be I think twice as big as the front, so we'll need probably 20 yards of concrete probably. So and this is also going to be a bit thicker too. This is going to be a little over 5 inches thick, this back here. So with 1 inch or 12-inch on center rebar, 10 mil rebar. So we're going to have really good strong pad back here. So all right. Okay, so we were a little high in this one corner here. So we're down perfectly to what the depth we need to get to. So I just got to finish taking all that out. I think we're good there. The forms are here somewhere. But isn't that an amazing amount of dirt for just a little area, a few inches down? So it's good though, because we're going to end up using all that to fill over on this side anyway. So to kind of taper that out a bit more once the pad gets in here. So I'm just going to continue getting all this out of here, and yeah, we'll keep going. It's going really good though. Okay. So that all looks pretty dang good now. So they're gonna put their form up there, and then we'll be able to tell for sure, just like on this side. We'll be able to tell if we need to go down or up or whatever. And then we'll just start working our way across. Maybe a little high spot there, maybe a little low spot there. But we'll start kind of back dragging it, get all that as even as we can. Run the tamper, check it again, and then they can put on this back form from, sorry, no, it's not AG1, but they can run their back form across there, and then we can start laying rebar. And we're not pouring till Monday, so it's Friday now, so it'll just sit like this for the weekend. So any toys I want out of there, I got to get out of there now. So all right, this is the broom finish, so we need a long broom. So it's funny, the stuff out in the sun here is setting up so much quicker. They're having to wait so long because the stuff in the shade here takes forever. So, but the sun comes right there and it ends up over there. So maybe another hour and some, and then this will be full sun. So, but yeah, it's looking fantastic. So nice edging, and then Monday they'll come, we'll finish up the rest in the back there, and they'll come strip these forms, and they'll do their saw cuts for expansion joints. So frick yeah, that's looking great. And then like I said, we'll just bring in some more dirt here, and my goal is to maybe have some landscape fabric and some shale all around the house, so you just never get these weeds growing. And then this was good, we'll get it good again, but and then just nice gravel here, and then usually the weeds don't grow so much in the gravel, but have this bunch of this all landscape fabric and shale, then a guy doesn't get all this crap growing. Of course we got to clean up old split wood, fire hydrants, junk still from the build, but yeah, we'll get that all cleaned up. So yeah, we'll get this kind of rough done today, and then Monday it sounds like they'll come back and finish her up. So but everything's going really good, fantastic. This is a really awesome day. It's super sunny, but it's only about, it's low 20s, so it's not too hot. So sometimes when it's really hot and windy, the concrete sets up really quick, and you don't have much time to get on it, and it gets really stressful, but it's working out really great. Hopefully we have that for this, because this is going to be a really big pad, 26 by 50, so that's going to be a lot of concrete. So all right, so the front is completely done. It's just curing now, so we'll see how much it lightens up. It should turn out a bit darker than the concrete in the house. The concrete Norcast uses is always a little bit more white, so I'm glad we went with that dye. So it should end up a darker gray. Like I said, should end up a little darker than that, hopefully. But that looks freaking awesome. What an awesome job. Frick yeah, and it's like I said, a perfect day. The wind is up a tiny bit now, but not bad, but it's like still only just over 20, so it's not curing too fast. It's a really awesome day to pour concrete. So I'll take you around back. We're pretty much done. They put the back form in, so they're pretty much done for the day. They're going to come back Monday and do the rebar on Monday. So all right, all finished up for the day. So we got a little 5-foot pad here, a little radius to join the main pad. Believe it's 5 feet here as well. So, and then we got it's actually a little over, it's 51.4 I think by 26. So all ready for rebar on Monday morning. All the forms, everything's up. We got her all within like half an inch, so really good for my Bobcat skills, really good. So so this is how she looks right now. And so I already started taking some material away, because basically everything's gonna have to get a little wider through here, because we used to be able to come through here, and I just don't want to be driving over the edge of the concrete. I want to be able to pull in straight when you use it. So everything will be a little wider through here, and I already started taking some of this out last week, so that's going really well. I'll take a little bit more where it's really high there, and maybe bring a little tiny bit more where it's low here, and then we'll bring in another load of gravel probably. So like I said, we still have everything really nicely sloped, so everything continues to run where it used to run. So when it rains really hard, we won't get any backing up at the doors or anything. It'll just go right off. So hey, good morning guys. So it's like not even 10 a.m. and these guys are already done all the rebar and 12-inch on centers. So we went with tons of rebar here in the back, so we got a super strong pad. It's like it's going to end up about 5.5 inches thick, 12-inch on center rebar. So she's going to be a really strong burnout pad. So but everything looks awesome. Whoever did the dirt work obviously knew what they were doing, because that looks good. These guys just laughing. They're just sitting there shaking their heads. Holy, who's running this Bobcat? But anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna go around front. They're cutting the saw lines in, the expansion joints. Just so you know, concrete, it's like not if it's gonna crack, it's always when it's gonna crack. So they cut expansion joints in just to give it a place to crack, and it kind of hides them down in the dip so you don't really see them. So let's go check that out real quick. Oh yeah, and I just gotta finish I want to put I just found some chunks of rebar, but I want to put in a tiny bit more rebar in my little pad there in case we have any leftover concrete. But here's the front here. That's a heavy duty saw. So they usually go down about, I don't know, ½ inch or so. We'll find out after, but that looks great. We'll check it out when it's all done. Everything's always nice and straight, so that looks awesome. Hey, good morning, guys. All right, today's the big day. We're doing the pour in the back. Here's the first truck coming up the hill. Nice, no problem. Oh, I spoke too soon. All right, he's gonna get around back there. You know, it's had a little bit of delayed shift down, no big deal. Okay, first truck. It's gonna be exciting. It is literally a perfect morning right now. It's a little cool, not much for wind. This pour is gonna go great. All right, I'm calling it right now. Okay guys, we're just setting up here. Looks like they're gonna be wheelbarrowing some of it. It's gonna be exciting. All right guys, I think we're getting close to, that's it for the first truck. So I'd say that is probably around a quarter. So we probably need 4 trucks today. We'll see when she's all the way out. Maybe if she gets all the way done, that's almost a third. It's funny, they got what was left over from last time. They got them to pour into a big pile, and we're just breaking it up, and they're just using that for spacers under the rebar. How many yards was that?
That was 8.
8? Nice. Almost half, eh?
What's that?
Almost half? No, not quite.
No, just
1/3, yeah.
yeah, a third, yeah.
Awesome.
They're all broken up even, so.
Oh, perfect. It's looking awesome, guys. All right, guys, second truck is here. So he was saying 8 yards a truck. Just split it up evenly on all 3 trucks, so should be around 24 yards total. So this is who we're getting our concrete from, Norcast Concrete. It's kind of nice because their concrete plant isn't very far away. It's only about 8 minutes away, so that's super handy. So we'll get this guy shooted up, and we're gonna start pouring. Man, whoever did the dirt work here was bang on the money. What's awesome is Darcy was on with the crew that did this entire shop floor as well. So that's why we were so comfortable in hiring him, because he does such excellent work. His company, Raise Concrete, his dad started like 40 some years ago and he took it over. So you guys ever need any finishing work done, he's He's the man. His crew's awesome. This will be a nice thick pad. Frick, it's gonna be awesome. It's just gonna keep, it's gonna keep so much dirt out of here. And a guy can park and wash off there, and you don't gotta drive through the dirt to come park again. There's just so many advantages. Giant burnout pad. Scooter races, just kidding. Okay, remember I was talking about a little tip, make sure you have a couple things in place. So we do have some leftover concrete, so we're already done that. That took nothing. So we're gonna pour a little pad here. I don't know what it's gonna be. I put a little loop of rebar in there so a guy can pull it around once it's set. I got it set up to be about 5 inches thick, so we'll see. That's not gonna take much either. Hopefully it's close. Dang, I should have made it a little wider. It's only 5 feet wide. Should have went 8 by 10. Okay. Well, it's gonna be a nice thick pad anyways. We'll see what he's got left. Sorry guys. I was just gonna do this myself, but hey, thanks a lot guys. She's gonna be professionally done. The small stuff's so easy. You have 2 forms to go off of for your height, for screeding. So simple. Man, I wonder how much is left. That's crazy. Holy smokes. Man, this looks like $1 million. Let's check out the little radius they did here for our little walk entryway here. That's gonna look really good. Frick yeah. Man, we sure got lucky with the weather. Both pours just perfect.
Don't talk too soon, eh?
Well, I don't think we're gonna get any rain shower, but really?
But that would do it good by then.
Yeah. Yeah.
After 1 o'clock, we're safe.
Yeah, for sure. Frick, it looks awesome. Guys, we started just before 8 and it's not even quite 10. Not even 2 hours. What an awesome pour. Were you worried when 2 trucks showed up at the same time? No.
Yeah, I hate when they sit
I know, hey.
That is the killer.
Yep.
This one is going to finish, like they should finish in order.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work out like that just because the time he sat.
Yeah.
It's going to be the middle load that's going to be.
Gotcha. So yeah, not only for placing it, but just for finishing it, it affects everything. Yeah. Okay, so here's the one that looks fantastic. They're just finishing up that one. I wonder, dang, I wonder if I could have went bigger on that temporary one. I wonder how much, we'll go check it out after, how much he dumped in the ditch there. Man, so would we have 2 trucks the other day, 3 trucks today, 5 total. With all the extra, we could have lined that whole ditch there. It could have been all concrete for the water to run. We'll go check that out after he's all done cleaning up. But man, this one is turning out so good. So it did lighten up some, but it still is a really nice, really nice color. The saw lines, expansion joints went in so well. That's what's nice about cutting the joints in rather than trying to trowel them in. Seems like when you trowel them, they're never ever perfectly straight. Cutting them, they just, you chalk them off and they just end up just bang on. So yeah, so if there's any movement, that you're just hoping that it ends up in the bottom of those things. So, and lots of rebar in here, so should be good. But what a color difference, hey? This is dirty, but it's a pretty light compared to that, so this matches pretty well. Pulls out a few colors of our rock that's all on the front of the house. So yeah, then we're gonna get started on this paving stone. So we're doing 10 feet out, 20 feet wide for the entryway. But yeah, I'm excited to get this because this has been just, you know, just dirt. And in the winter it's nice, it's all snow, so it all looks good, but in the rest of the time you get a bunch of sand blowing in the door. So 10 feet out we'll have paving stone, and then this will be all gravel. There won't be as much sand. And then this will be landscape fabric with shale, and then paving stone, so that should take care of all that sand. And that's going to be all grass. This is all gravel. So my goal is to be concrete, shale, or gravel. Try to be as least as possible of sand to blow around. I gotta sign this here. This is the best part when you do anything here. We get to go for a sherp ride. We're gonna take these guys full blast into the pond there. Get right
on the edge here. Man, the water is so low. It's been so dry. It's just starting to look nice again. Needs more water. How was it? Good? You're still alive? Yes. What about you guys in the back?
They're like, it's not as exciting as finishing concrete, but it's
yes.
okay.
Woo! Front seat's the best seat, by the way.
Oh yeah, we'll go for a little tour through the trees.
Just doesn't get old. It's really fun. I mean, everyone should own one. See how he's going over my path? Bugger. I kick his butt. Alright.
Alright, so just this last section to broom. Check this out, they already broomed us. A freaking horsefly was right there. Yeah. So if that's the worst of our worries today, I think we're doing pretty good. So but yeah, everything has turned out freaking fantastic. Man, you can tell it's really drying right there. What happens is the sun ends up reflecting off the tin and it gets double dose there. So instead of watering it, he sprays a bit of a sealer on, and then it helps it cure more slowly, helps it cure really strong. Otherwise, I think they tell you to water it like 5 or 10 times a day for the first week. But with that sealer on, you don't have to. Frickin' awesome. Man, they're gonna be out of here right away. How crazy, eh? Big pad like that, couple hours, bing bang boom, done. Boom, just like that, it is freaking done. So he sprayed on his sealer, but he said still give it a water in a couple hours. That sealer will soak in, just because we got, like I said, really bright overhead sun, and then it's also taken the reflection off. Oh, as I fall, it's also taken reflection off the side of the building, so you can tell it's really drying fairly quick. So in 2 hours we'll give her a one hole water, and then we'll start again, and we'll do back-to-back waters, and then every 2 hours we'll do that. So we'll try to do 6 or 8 waters later this afternoon. Just keep her curing nice and slow. Nice slow cure gives you the best, hardest pad. Really, really good hard concrete. So that's what we want, really long lasting. The floors, these floors turned out fantastic. If you guys know concrete, you know it's never if it's gonna crack, it's always when it's gonna crack. And this stuff turned out so hard and so good. Nice slow cure. We couldn't be happier. And this is all our in-floor heat lines. There's just so much stuff under this pad, or in this pad. So really good. All these cut lines were perfect too. All the slopes were really great. Sorry, everything is a freaking absolute mess in here, but yeah, we couldn't have been happier how this concrete turned out. So don't expect anything different with the aprons. All right, first watering done. So we'll let this dry real quick, then we'll do another one real quick, and then we'll wait a couple hours and do the next one. So, but yeah, it's looking fantastic. You can already tell the slope is really good. Water's running away from the building, so you can tell how this stuff's already drying. So We got a bit of wind and we got some sun, so it's definitely why we want to keep this hydrated. We just don't want it to cure too quickly. So, all right, good morning, guys. So they are already here cutting in our expansion joints. Look at this wicked saw. I'll do a smaller run for that little guy. And then taking out all the forms. Oh, that sure slices through the concrete like crazy. So he's stripping all the forms. So once they're all done, we'll rinse off all the powder from the concrete cuts, and we'll just continue watering. Okay, I just finished rinsing everything off. Tried to rinse out the lines as good as I could, but man, I know I said it a million times, but doesn't it look fantastic? Again, these lines just laser straight. Frickin' awesome. I'm so excited. I don't know what it is about concrete, guys. It's like you finally made it in life when you have a concrete apron. It's gonna be so nice. This will be like the dedicated outside wash thing here, because all that runs away so nice. It's so nice. It's gonna keep so much junk out of the garage, because usually it falls off the tires here and you just don't carry it in as much. You can leave stuff out here to drip dry. It's not out there getting all dusty. And most importantly, it freaking looks awesome. Man, they did a good job. Norcast concrete for the concrete and raised concrete for the placing and finishing. And yours truly for the dirt work. Really, that's, you know, kind of what ties this all together, is just a good solid foundation of dirt work. So give myself a pat on the back. It's getting just enough to save those guys a pile of work, that's for sure. You imagine trying to level and dig this out by hand? Oh my goodness.
All right, so
Mrs. Osta's like, hey, we should take some video while we're building these. And I'm like, no, I just want to get them built. And now that they're almost built, I wish I would have took some video for you guys, because they turned out so awesome. Mrs. Osta always has this vision, and I'm just like, but look how good they look.
So this is pre-poly fill dirt.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
pre anything.
Yeah.
But we used scrap pieces of corrugated steel, because
So all those ones were full pieces, so those went all really good. So from the outside, doesn't this look like a nice full piece? But in the inside, it's actually three pieces or four pieces? Three. This one's 3 pieces.
3.
So a short little piece here, a longer piece there, and then this one's full length. So
But yeah, so now we have 4, well, we will have 4 raised flower beds. Yeah. So I've got some sweet potatoes, garden beds, sorry. You can put whatever you want in there. Yeah. And this is my herb garden / veggies. We're not sure what I'm doing. I didn't get a good, start on these, because these ones got hailed on, so they're not looking super great, but next year. I just wanted to get the garden beds done so that I could get a little bit of a, system going, and next year we'll have a way bigger yield, but this year we're good.
Okay, so they are 5 feet by 12 feet. So we made them 5 feet, so any wider, and I don't think you'd be able to reach from either side. And they're about 26 inches tall. Like this one's in the dirt a bit.
So you're not bending over too much?
Try to make a perfect height for Mrs. Osta, where you could still use a small, I've been
using this little guy here. It works pretty good to clean up the weeds, but yeah. And then in the springtime, you can get on there with like a I mean, a small rototiller
Yeah,
or garden claw.
If you,
Or this girl, she likes to dig holes.
so here's how we kind of constructed them. It's like very, very simple stuff. I just used 2x6s for this side, so we had lots of
Edge.
space. Yeah, lots of edge for the tin. And I use these pocket holes. I've never done them before, and they work so slick, you guys.
The screws are a little more expensive, but
Yeah, but
they
man,
work.
they hold really good. And look how nice of a, like a, you know, there's no screw holes. But then I went and used the nail gun on all the rest. So. But basically, it was just trying them, and they worked super good. We had to order screws two more times.
What is our construction company called?
Close Enough Construction.
Close Enough. Yes, it is.
Or,
Oh, look at this girl. She's like, I'm subbing in for the general.
She comes in here and takes a big poop.
Yeah. So let me inspect this.
Okay, guys. So our good buddy Al, he owns a gravel pit. He's delivered a couple loads of base gravel. So we're gonna try to get this entire area brought up a few inches, and then I'm gonna have to go with a skid steer, fill all in on the sides, fill all in on that side, and get this thing all properly backfilled. And then we got to do the same up front. So I think we're gonna do 2 full loads here. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Maybe 3 loads back here, I don't know, and then 1 up front for sure. So this is quite a large area back here. So I try to take down this hill a little bit. It used to be really high there, and you can see it's still a little low there, but that's nice. At least the water will go that way. So we'll see how this all works out. We'll throw this on. We'll do a little bit of harrowing, we'll do a little bit of packing, and we'll see how it all ends up. Like I said, we'll fill all this in, get all this properly backfilled all the way around, and we should be in good shape. So we'll see how this comes out. This is base gravel, so it packs really good, because what we're doing, we're looking to put that crust back on that we had. We had that really hard layer of hard pack, and when it rained, it stayed really hard. So that's what we're looking to do again. Get this sucker back proper again. It might take, it took us a couple years last time, it might take us a year, but it'll get done. So she'll be ship shape, and then we got this glorious concrete pad here, so all worth it. All right, here we go. Awesome. That's awesome. That's literally perfect. Yeah, we're gonna be, that was literally almost perfect. Not a speck left in there. So yeah, we're gonna be doing 3 loads back here and 1 up front. That was perfect. That's crazy. Hey, that's 10 yards 10 yards of base gravel, and it's like 1 strip. But that just goes to show you how many I can't remember what the heck we hauled. 200 and some loads of fill we hauled to kind of backfill around this, because our 24-inch grade beams stuck out 24 inches, so we had to backfill. It was like 200 truckfuls out of our little pit back there. So crazy. So yeah, this stuff's got a bit of clay in it, so it ends up packing down really nice. Got some nice big rock in it, so it stabilizes the ground good once these suckers push in. So it should be just really mint. All right, 3 loads of that. Then we're gonna do a couple loads of this. This is way more rock in this stuff. Perfect. So that'll do this, and then all along here, and a little bit on that side. Perfect. Okay, this will be the last load for today. So I'm just gonna get them to put a pile there, and then I can just feather it in all where I need it here, along there, feather that back. Be much easier than trying to cost him a bunch of time trying to drop a little bit here, drop a little bit there. So, but man, I'll show you in the back. We did a few passes with the harrows, and then I was doing a little bit of bobcat work, and it's already shaping up really good. So this is road gravel, and then he put some crushed rock in it too. So it's got a little bit more rock than normal. So just perfect. Awesome. Man, not a single time has anything hung up in that bed. Well, there's a tiny bit of dirt right at the very top there, but Pretty dang good. It's one slippery bed. All right, we'll continue working here. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much done the backfill here. Most of it Bobcat, tiny little bit of a shovel. Just getting it just right. I just need a tiny bit more, kind of feather that out a little bit more. And then all this will probably go down a good inch. I was trying to pack this with my feet and it's all crushing down a little bit. So this whole area, once it rains a few times, it'll probably drop a tiny bit. So I need like a quarter bucket there and about a half bucket right there. But other than that, man, it is looking freaking fantastic. And then this corner here, even though it's kind of a deceptive, it slopes this way and it slopes that way. It looks like it's high that way just because of the way the ground is. I could probably put another bucket right here and feather that out as well. Okay, front mostly done. Whew. So I did all this skid steer other than just a tiny bit by shovel, but then I did this whole side by shovel. I should have just backed the Jeep out and brought in, but I still need just a tiny bit more, kind of feather that out. But it's nice, it locks it in good, and a couple more rains, it'll be really nice and hard. And then the water can't get back underneath and kind of wash out around the corners like it was doing when it was all open. So, but all in all, so we got a tiny bit left there. So we brought this in a little bit so a guy can still turn around here. So it's still decent, but you can tell, hey, it's on quite the angle now. So Mrs. Austin wants this built up a tiny bit, and then just a whole bunch of rocks and stuff, and I think landscape fabric, so we don't have to battle these weeds all the time. But probably get done later this year. But yeah, this whole front part's looking really good. And then we're gonna start. We got these. It's all piled up in the back. We got this really nice paving stone. We got these Barkman big like logs. They're concrete, but they look like logs. We're doing these really nice flower beds up front. This is going to be all paving stone. It's going to come out 10 feet and it's going to be 20 feet wide, something like that. And then all on the side, we're going to have this big brick patio with fireplace, our fire pit and barbecue and hot tub eventually. So just when you think, oh man, we're done, then you start on the outside stuff. But it's very, very rewarding. I always give Mrs. Austin a hard time. Without Mrs. Austin, none of the stuff would even get done. She's always the one that's like, let's do this, let's do this. Push, push, push. And if it wasn't for that, like seriously, I would have been done a long time ago. So, but yeah, so right now this whole edge here is pure weeds. So we'll get this all leveled out, cleaned up, and then we can properly mount our air conditioner and then our whole house generator. Because we already have the transfer switch all wired in. The gas is just behind there, so we'll pop the gas out. So we'll have natural gas backup generator. So that'll all be mounted on this brick patio, and then brick patio will be all the way along here. And then we're just gonna build a bit of a platform to have the hot tub at this end. So we'll have lots of space for some tables. We're gonna do a nice little privacy wall, and then we're gonna have the kind of sort of an outdoor kitchen here. So, and then some steps coming down. So I don't know, we won't probably do too high of a wall so you still have good view of everything. And eventually this will get seeded with grass, and then eventually hopefully we get a nice big wing mower, and then we can keep a lot of this mowed. You can see where Mrs. Asta mows, where she does her walking paths. It looks so dang good. So the grass, when you mow it all the time, man, it's like the weeds don't get a chance to grow, just the grass does if you keep it short. So you end up chopping up all the weeds and it ends up looking really, really good. So, but yeah, all in all, things are coming. And like I said, one of the coolest parts about this whole thing is bringing you guys along with us. We freaking love that you guys been here since the beginning of the build. And it seems like we're kind of wrapping up, but it's like, there's always something. Mrs. Asta wants down by the lake there. She wants these 2 granaries with a picnic pavilion in between them. And so there's always going to be projects on the go, but yeah, like I said, it's super rewarding doing this stuff. Like I said, I might grumble when we start, but when it's done, it's like you have an immense feeling of man, we did that. So super cool. So as with lots of stuff of the house, right, we did so much of the finishing, pretty much all the finishing ourselves. And you look back now and while you're doing it, you're like, damn, this is never ending. But man, you look back now and it's like, it was just like this, right? Blink of an eye, few months. And man, we really accomplished something awesome here. So like I said, best part is bringing you guys along with us. So I'm glad you guys are here, and we got so much more to come and show you. Okay guys, so check this thing out. Really freaking monster. So this is a Himiway Cobra Pro. I think it's their most powerful e-bike, fat tire e-bike. Look at the kickstand. The kickstand looks like it's a freaking tree trunk. So I'm gonna go, we got it all set up. It was a really easy setup, so I'm gonna go for my
drive over the cat.
First spin on it.
She's checking you out too.
Check out this gauge. I just leave the plastic on for now, but just wait.
It looks like a speedometer.
Just wait. Super cool. And look at, ready? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll try 5. Okay, here's the throttle. It's like, oh,
it's so dark. Turn the light on.
You ready?
Oh.
Oh, it was on. Oh, it's so bright. Oh.
Okay, that's it. Can't see him anymore. Are you gonna wipe out?
I love the pedal mode. Like the thumb throttle's pretty cool, but when you pedal it makes you feel like you're Superman, because you're just barely pedaling and also you start going. Oh, anyways, so we totally got this because we have a lot of areas where you can get with the Sherp, and then how cool it would be to throw this out once the trail gets super, super kind of tight and clogged. Throw this sucker out and continue on up the trail. That was our plan with it. So, and just, it's awesome to get out. Like, I know you're definitely not working as hard as pedal biking by itself, but you're probably opt to go way more often on an e-bike. So it'd be really cool doing some exploring. So that was our plan with this thing.
You get fresh air.
Himiway Cobra Pro. Look at the size of these freaking tires.
That's like a tree trunk.
I can't wait till the winter to try it in the winter too.
Hold on. I can't even.
Holy cow.
All right. So, what time is it?
I don't know. It's, what's the sad part? It's only 8:15, and look how it's pitch black, you guys. Our freaking summer is gone. Oh man.
All right, we're gonna take it some adventures and woo! Oh, look at this guy smashing into the door.
How about this concrete?
How about that? Mrs. Austin makes things happen. Okay.
I'm gonna do this for the next 6 hours till the battery's dead.
Oh, okay. Just have a ring around the driveway.
It feels so good though. Like, it's so freaking.
Feels solid.
I'm gonna keep going until I wipe out and just skin my elbow.
Be like a kid in a candy store.
I'm gonna take it off some sweet jumps. It's a full suspension bike too. This is us taking for a spin. So it's been super smoky today, plus harvest is in full swing, so there's so much harvest. Isn't it awesome? It's so much fun. Exactly, as I say, you feel like you're freaking Superman. And the dust, air is full of harvest dust as well, so it's like super like hard to see, tough to see. It's cool, hey? Frick, it's so cool.
I just went over this big rock here.
Yeah.
I barely noticed it.
Oh yeah, the fat tires are so good.
So,
that's cool. You can't see, literally can't see nothing.
Look at this thing.
There we go. Yeah, it is a freaking piece of equipment.
I'm a little short.
I have like a normal inseam, and look how low the seat is, and that just about fits me perfect because it is such a massive bike.
Look at.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this thing. It's like.
Oh yeah, that's the battery. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
So yeah, it has front and rear suspension, so it's going to be super comfortable.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is this. It would be nice if
Oh yeah.
wider.
Yeah, it's a pretty spot. Yeah, exactly. It's just enough to get around, but it would be cool to have one of those really bright helmet lights too.
I wonder though if there's a setting on.
Oh, different modes, yeah, possibly.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Check it out some more. Okay.
Super cool.
She is icy.
So we put a couple 100 kilometers on now. This is our Himiway Cobra Pro. So it's a 1,000-watt mid-drive motor, has over 100 kilometers range. It's a 20 amp hour Samsung battery, Samsung cells it uses. All really top of line. What I like the most though are these freaking fat boy tires. I think these are some of the biggest tires you can get on an electric bike. And what it does is, I've literally cruised straight across crappy fields with like just tons of molehills and everything. Well, it also helps that it's full suspension, front and rear. But you literally can take this thing anywhere you can think of. You can go through field, you can go through ditches, and of course with power assist. Power assist just helps you, like you literally can climb the steepest ditches. You just got to gear down a little bit, but holy cow, it rips. I freaking love this bike. Like I said, we got it a few months ago. We didn't really put a lot of kilometers on it right away, but now since it's like this weird pseudo winter where it's not really winter, we have the slightest little bit of snow, but every day it's almost 0 or above 0. I've been ripping it around, like I said, a couple 100 kilometers, and I couldn't be more happy. This thing's freaking awesome. We're going to put a link down in the description. They have some sales going on from time to time. There might even be a sale going on right now, and there might even be an exclusive discount code that you could use to save your money if you guys are looking for an awesome electric bike. Himiway Cobra Pro.
Say it.
You want to join my bike gang? You gotta learn how to do this.
It's Christmas time. Better Christmas present right there. Woo!
See, this is another reason why we like the shop cleanup, because they can rip around.
Just wipe out. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Too late.
You want to join my bike gang?
No. Get out of here.
Hey, what's in this box?
Shh. Get in there and we'll send you somewhere.
We'll find out later.
Bye.
Okay, so it's not morning, it's afternoon. We're back in the shop and we're back building. So we're gonna tackle a nice little 8 foot by 6 foot woodshed. She's gonna be 8 feet tall at the opening, and then it's gonna slope back to 6 feet tall at the rear. So give us 2 feet of slope. Should be plenty. So we're just getting these 4x4s locked in here. So we'll have 3 4x4s up front, 3 in the back that hold up these 2x6s. Those will basically be our rafters. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I've been terrible at taking videos. Things have really got out of hand here. So, so I got the roof all put together. That's what I'm standing on here. So this ended up being 10 by 12. So that gives us 1 foot overhang everywhere, like on the back, on the sides, and on the front. So that'll be great for water. And then I looked beside the shop, on the other side of the shop, and we got lots of tin, so we should be totally covered for the roof. And then we'll just have to see if this is going to work for the sides. Mrs. Oster wanted to use this old reclaimed tin for the sides. We'll see how that works. But all in all, man, it turned out so freaking cool, and it's going to be so freaking sturdy. Man, I wanted 7-inch bolts. 7 would have been perfect, but they don't sell them, only 8-inch bolts. But I can zip those off with the angle grinder. Or just leave them. It's a freaking woodshed. So remember how I said I was going to video more? Ooh, sorry. Okay, so we got the roof on. We got it all bolted down, like the top part. We got everything even. Man, everything was pretty square too. I didn't really have to move anything too much. And then we got figured out how we're going to do with the tin. So at first, we weren't really sure what to do. Miss Osta wanted to do like double sheets of tin, but I thought it was going to look terrible. But man, doesn't this look sharp? So we just ran these trim boards. So it's got good structure. It adds to the overall rigidity of everything. Then we used like just 1x4 to sandwich it. And then we made our own J-trim here. And then the rest will be doing 1x4. We're going to do 1x4 slats. So it's all going to fit in there. So it's all covered. So man, it's like so clean looking. So you don't see all the ends of the boards. Oh, we didn't show that yet. Mrs. Office is working on this Lego minifigure showcase here. It's gonna have all these little shelves, it's gonna have all these LED lights in here. It's gonna have glass. These are old window frames of an old house.
You open it,
Yeah, so it's on the wall.
and then you can add any.
Yeah.
as much as you want.
Sorry, I can't really see. Sorry, there you go.
But it's like a shadow box.
Yeah, it's like a,
And
yeah,
it's super cool because it's an old window frame. And
yeah,
we found the glass and everything, so it's kind of neat.
yeah. She put a, like this 1/8 inch backer board on. She just painted a real dark gray. So we just got to affix those on there. And yeah, and then find some cool LED lights.
Make decisions on
Height,
look how
yeah.
tall this guy is compared to like you know this little guy.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little decisions.
It will look pretty cool. Those are gonna go right. There's gonna be 3 of them. They're gonna go right here, which is super cool. They're gonna go on this wall right here. Be like this. Psh, psh, psh. So they kind of look like windows, but they're just these display cases. Super cool. But anyways, we're calling it quits for tonight. Almost 10 o'clock. So. Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought we were almost done, but we got to put the tin on top. But the frame is all done. Other than we ran out of 1x4s again. But doesn't that look awesome, you guys?
We've never tried this before, so this is completely new. Just
Yeah.
tried it.
We're always like trying little building things. I think it turned out freaking awesome. Look at, we even used all little pocket hole jigs to do all those boards. But we ran out. We need 3 more. And of course the front stays open because it's woodshed. And then we just got to get that tin on there. Okay. Just, yeah, go slow. Because I just don't want it to tip. So we got a little roller pad under that side. And then the pallet jack on this side. Man, good thing we have a 16-foot door. Okay, hang on. That's good. We got to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, that's working perfect. Okay, so we ended up cutting the front pretty much flush. It's a tiny bit of overhang, but we were gonna do like a tiny bit more of an overhang, but the cut went all crooked, so I had to cut it again. But at least now it's nice and straight. Whoops. Man, everything turned out super good. Like the back cut was perfect. So we have that perfect little overhang so the water will drip off. Both our pieces for the side, you know, I had to cut them at 17. They were both exactly the same. So we got, we got about approximately the exact same overhang. So everything's pretty, it's like out of square, but it's straight. Does that make sense? Once we got our panels aligned, it was perfect all the way across. So, and then we chalk lined all our rafters, I guess they'd be. So I didn't miss a single screw. So every screw hit.
What do we call ourselves?
Close enough construction. Rustic construction. So there's a little rolly pad we got on the back. It's working perfect. So
Almost good.
yeah. So we'll just move this other stuff out of the way and then we'll continue on rolling it out. Okay. It fit out perfectly. Now it's on a rock. So we're just gonna get it to the edge here, and then I'll probably do the rest with a bobcat, or we'll loop some rope through and then just drag it. One of the two. Keep going right until it will. You just let it down. Perfect. All right, I'll jack that up, get that out. But she's outside. Good job. Okay, good morning. So we are working up front. Oh yeah, it's afternoon. We're working up front. Pay no attention to all those weeds. So
Honestly, I would pick these every year, and every year they grow back.
well, of course, yeah, weeds. Every like 3 weeks they grow back. So tomorrow, or no, today's Saturday, Monday, we're starting paving stone. And we're doing 3 nice big log rock flower beds. So right now we are just burying our underground sprinkler lines, mostly just for the flower bed. So here's our supply. So we just got a 90 of those so we can keep them tight to the building. We'll do a nice little cedar something. We'll have our manifold there. Then we'll have one line that we're going to dig in under the road. And we're going to have a line over there so we have some water supply for the trees and whatever's going to be eventually there, since we're doing it anyways. And then one line's going to be, it's going to go straight across. So we'll have a T and a 90, a T and a 90, and a T and a 90. Actually, that one just has to be a 90. 90, 90, because the water doesn't have to continue past that one. That's the last one. So 90, 90. Okay, a few hours later. Check this out. Heck yeah. Race course is getting prepped. So Ian's taking off our front field there. His canola, it looks great. So he came and did a little test strip. Obviously it tested good, came back, and he'll probably take that off depending. It's 7 o'clock now. Depending if it how the temperature goes. If it doesn't get too tough, he could finish that off tonight. If not, he'll be done tomorrow. Okay, so back to this. So here's our manifold. So there's our 2 supply lines, and then we're gonna have one, that's the one line that's gonna go here over to like a tap there somewhere. And then I'm already started running and burying our one for all the flower beds. So yeah, it's going really good. I'll probably just put a cap on that for tonight, and we'll pick up again tomorrow, but it is a freaking gorgeous night. So awesome. So he's just chugging away. You can tell the swaths are really nice. Sorry. Really nice fat swaths. So hopefully the quality is good, because the quantity is definitely there. So when those 2 things come together, you actually make money as a farmer. So frick yeah. Awesome. Well guys, that'll be it for tonight. So like I said, we'll pick up again tomorrow. Hey, okay, good afternoon guys. So we're looking pretty dang good. I had to make a run. We were out of hose clamps. So we got our first flower bed. We got our second flower bed. And then we got our hose ran. And we just got to put our 2 90s. And we'll have our third water for our third flower bed. So, and then we'll just, I want to hook it up inside, pressurize it all before I completely bury it, and just kind of roughly check all the connections. And then we should be good to go. We'll bury it and we'll be ready for paving stone tomorrow. So everything went really good. So I can't believe I forgot that yesterday, but it just dug up a little bit and it was no problem. So also today we got to dig a little bit across the road, and we got to get that line to over there. If anyone ever tells you you don't need a skid steer in your life, just don't even talk to those people. I dug this trench in about 3 minutes. Imagine digging that by hand. Oh my goodness. All right, so we had 100 feet of hose, and this is what we got left. So pretty much perfect. So I got the connection made all the way here. So all the zones are in. All I gotta do is fill this trench in with the skid steer, and then pack some nice sand in for those are my 2 feed lines that come from the house. Pack some sand in there, get that all nice. And heck yeah, we are freaking done. We are ready for tomorrow. So right on.
Okay, so you have your construction shoes on.
Yes, good morning. Okay, so Tristan's here with his helper. We're gonna start paving stone on the front. So I completely forgot what we picked out, but it's gonna be some sort of
We have a diagram. You
large,
can put
medium, small pattern. But I totally forgot that with the border.
So he was a little panicked, and then I'm like, hey.
And then anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna truck these up front, and then we're gonna get putting it out. And
so this is definitely pretty heavy, so we'll see how this guy does. Yeah. Everything it takes time around here, because we just are busy. We got stuff going on all the time, so yeah. So this is what it looks like pre-Tristan. They're working. So this is what it looks like pre-stone. And this is going to get some TLC as well. It's going to look great. So yeah, let the work begin.
My name's Tristan France. I'm from Fake Masonry, and we're out here doing some paving stones.
Nice.
We've just set up our batter boards here. Got all of our slopes and everything all set up, and now we're going to bring in some gravel and start working our way up to our elevation. Then we can do our sand, scrape the sand, and then lay our paving stones.
And we're just gonna start with that and get that moved around, start tamping it, and yeah, that's what this looks like. Not exactly exciting, but it is going to look great once we're done, and pretty excited for that. Hopefully it doesn't dump stuff on him. Boom.
All right, guys, how's this look? A couple more sections. Isn't this ridiculous for drain spout? We literally have to do that one, which we can do later because the patio stops here somewhere, so we can do that one later. We got to get that one done. I got it all dug out. So this is what we were trying to do when I cut the freaking gas line. So, but we got them to come mark it out, and we just dug all this by hand. And the main line is 3 feet down, and we went like a foot. So lots of room, because we're gonna end up putting extra fill on here anyway, so that's gonna be totally good. We'll never plan on cultivating our driveway here, so we should be good. And then as it gets down to here, it gets quite a bit deeper. So, and then I'm not sure what I'm doing with the end. If I'm gonna exit, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a little bit of with the holes in it. So starting about there, it's gonna be able to dissipate into the ground. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work. So probably for now, I'm gonna leave it poking out. And then during a really big rain, I'm gonna see how much makes it to the end and makes it out. And then we can either bury that or we can leave it open. I don't know. I'm just winging it here, guys, but all I know this is gonna be a million times better than having it just washing away all the sand by the house, by the shop. So every single downspout was like that. So this is all good. We have our one, that's our power for our well. So we went under that. So we'll get all this buried, and then we can start leveling this all, and then I can start throwing our packable material down, and then we can start getting this area prepped for paving stone as well. We moved our air conditioner. If you guys remember, that was right here. It was right in the way. So we moved that out of the way. The generator is gonna go right on the other side of the power meter. So whatever it has to be, I think 3 feet away. So that'll be great. And then we just got to dig in the line and go into the utility room there. And also the line for the hot tub has to go there too, right along the building. I kind of just started, but we'll have to dig that down a tiny bit more all the way along. Bury those 2 lines and we'll be looking pretty dang good. So I don't know if we're gonna have to run heat tape, or that's on a really good slope, so it might just drain out anyways, but I don't know, like, you know, it should never hold up water that can freeze. It should always just be taken off, but I don't know. I'll have to talk to someone smarter than me to figure out, but we can always run heat trace tape if we need in a couple of these. So, but anyways, we'll keep on trucking. We got a couple more to do here, and then we'll do the other one, and then we'll pick up from there.
All right, so this is step 52. No, I'm just kidding. So right now we've put in pipe and tile, but that one needs another more solid here, so that we don't have any water pouring onto our paving stone. So that makes a hot mess. This makes a hot mess too, but whatever. So right now, this is gonna get filled in and leveled off. It's gonna look much better.
Okay, I just brushed in the last of the sand, but man, it turned out so good. It makes the front look so much better. Now we just got to fill all this up to that black edge there. So we got to come up, I don't know, a good 4 or 5 inches, I would say. And then we just got some flower beds to do. So, but man, it turned out freaking super nice. So it still has to get tamped. And then the bricks will be set, and then another layer of that sand, and then water it, and then it's done. Frick yeah. Hey, good afternoon. So it's getting to be late October. Later this week, we're going to start on our paving stone. But before that, the plumber's coming tomorrow and hooking up our big generator. So we had to get this area ready, and what that entailed was burying our third last downspout. I only have 2 left now. This whole side is done. All 4 on this side are done now. So we hand dug all the way, just because even though the main gas line went there and it goes just around the well to there, we just hand dug all the way to here, and then we started digging with the Bobcat. So we got everything all glued together. Not my straightest one, but it doesn't matter, it's just downspouts. So I'm gonna start burying this, and then I gotta start leveling this because we gotta bring our concrete pad over, and our generator is gonna be about right here somewhere. So that concrete pad will basically start at the back corner there and go 10 feet this way. And then right here somewhere will be the generator. It'll be a little flex line to that fitting off the gas meter right there. And then this is all our wire for it. Number 1 aluminum, a 14.6 control wire, and then a 14.2 wire for the battery blanket, battery heater, oil pan heater, stuff like that for the winter kit that's installed, so that if it's 30 below in the middle of winter and the power goes out, it'll still fire up no problem. So I'm just gonna hop in the Bobcat and just give this just a gentle back blade there, kind of level that off, and then I got to bring this area up here because the slope naturally falls away here. So this maybe give you a better idea here. So yeah, we got to get this nice and level. Only really has to be level out about 8 feet. So all right guys, that is looking great. So you see how much we had to build it up to get level. I'd say, man, almost a foot. That is looking really good. So we'll I think I'm just gonna square off this corner a bit more, but other than that, it looks really great. We're just gonna put 1 inch of that on top. We'll sprinkle that on, rake it out, tamp it again, and then we'll be able to set the pad. Hey, good morning guys. So me and Mrs. Oster were out here till dark last night, getting this pad all prepped and getting that concrete in place, but man, did it ever turn out perfect. So Gavin is here with G&P Plumbing. He's going to do the plumbing hookup, the gas, and then we'll just have to get the electrical hooked up. So he's just getting kind of everything sorted out. He's lining up final resting position. So there's certain clearances and tolerances of where it's got to sit. Basically 60 inches and 2 feet. So we got plenty of clearance all around. So, and that pad is so big, a guy can move it left or right if need be. But so he's going to be working on that. He's going to run some plumbing, strap it to the wall, and there's a certain connection that has to go in there. It's crazy. I don't know where all these wires go in. There's only two lines, one for electrical, and then that back one there is for gas. So can you see all those fitting through there? Oh, there's one. Oh no. Yeah, so I don't know. Holy, that is a giant, it's like a giant breaker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, perfect. So yeah, it'll be awesome to have this thing finally hooked up. We have I had to buy a specific size battery for the battery tray there. So yeah, it'll be really awesome to have this finally hooked up. It's been sitting in the corner for about 2 years, but me and Mrs. Oster were so smart because prices were jumping up. It seemed like every month they would jump up a few $100s. So we bought it at the right time. We got it shipped, and it's just been sitting here. So, but we actually ended up getting a really good deal on it. So Gavin's on the case. He's gonna get her, gonna get her all plumbed in. Okay, ready?
Oh.
The final step for now.
For now. Boom.
Boom.
It looks so professional though. These guys did
Boom.
an amazing job. I can't even promote you because then you'll have too much work.
No, they did, like I said, like a supreme good job. So the gas is all hooked up, and we just bolted into the concrete. Drilled her in and bolted her in, and they went in perfect. So this thing is freaking solid. There's one mount on each side. So yeah, next step is just to wire it, put the battery in, and she'll be ready to go.
Can we sing "Working in a Coal Mine"? Sorry. So, retaining wall. There'll be dirt brought up so that it's basically not quite level, but here. And then the stone is gonna go level like that. So, yeah.
All right, guys. So Colt and Tristan are getting all their string lines set up. Me and Mrs. Oss got this really dang good last night. we packed the Everlav and crap out of it last night. We left this here because I wanted to get these timbers in, so we got to fill that and compact that, and then I want to just fill the outside some more, bring that level up so there's nothing pressing out against those timbers, even though we pin them every 3 feet. I should have did 4 feet. Holy, that was a lot of pins. 40-inch pins. But they'll be good and sturdy, so heck yeah, everything's going really good. And then we just got to run one level. We're not doing 2 levels, just 1 level of timbers from there back to the wall. So I think that's around 22 or 23 feet. So I went and grabbed a 16-footer last night, and then I got 2 10-footers, so we got enough to get it done. So heck yeah. Man, looking at these strings, we got everything pretty dang close just by eye. All right. It's looking really good. We're just bringing it up inch by inch. We're getting pretty close, but we are out of fill, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We're a little high in the middle, but not too bad. Everything is looking really good though. Hey guys, so look how good this is going. So they called in reinforcements. Colt's brother came to help him out. And we also ran out of fill, so we ordered some more fill, which is much easier to work with. So they're just getting the final grade here. All this is pretty much perfect. And then we're gonna tamp. So, but yeah, we're getting dang freaking close. It's a nice thing about they run a whole bunch of string lines, and then they can tell exactly where they need material or where they need to take material out. And then once that's done and tamped, then we can we just need to put our 6x6 in here, 22 or 23 feet that hooks to that one. So we'll just have to probably dig that out a tiny bit with the skid steer, just backblade it out, and then add some material, get it right, and then pin that. We'll do the same thing. We'll pound those chunks of rebar in through it, and then we'll be locked in. And then after that, it's screed bars, sand, and we can start laying brick. Freaking exciting, man. It's gonna look so good. You guys don't know, for 3 years, it's been this whole door, both these doors have been such a mess out here. The air conditioner was in the way, and just everything was just, you know, so it feels so good to get this done. I know Mrs. Oss has been wanting it done for basically for 3 years, so I'm so glad that we finally are getting it done. So she can be pretty excited and pretty happy, even though it is pretty chilly out. But it's actually perfect working weather right now. It's like about -2, but it's sunny. There's a bit of a wind, nothing too crazy, but oh yeah, and we moved our wood shed, so we're gonna fill that up too. Yeah, it's got some stuff in it though, but that's gonna be perfect. All right, good morning guys. So Tristan and Colt and another helper, sorry I didn't get his name yet, they're back this morning. They got some bedding sand already put in with their screed bars for the first, and they're already starting to lay. So freaking, this is the exciting part. So yeah, we're just gonna be like clobbering this out today. So kind of crappy weather, but it's like late season. It's supposed to be above 0 this afternoon, so but all in all, everything fared pretty good. We didn't get very much snow, thank God. so we didn't have to shovel this area to start working on it this morning. So yeah, so we're just gonna get trucking on this, and hopefully we'll be tamping and putting in some sand later on, and hopefully we'll get her all done before we get any real snow. So all right, so continuing along, they're making freaking awesome progress. Like pretty soon they'll be halfway done, so things are going awesome. So we really like the pattern. There's a bunch of different patterns on Barkman's website, so we picked this one pattern, and it basically consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stones, I believe. And even though it does repeat, it's very hard to pick up the pattern, so it looks like it's very random. That's why we really liked it. But really cool. And once you get going, of course, you get used to the pattern, so you know which brick goes next. Man, I really failed. I should have had a GoPro out here, even though it's below zero. I don't know how long it would have lasted, but we needed to do maybe tomorrow for the last half. We'll do a time lapse for the last half. That would be pretty cool. So. Holy smokes. Okay guys, so Tristan and Colt are all finished up laying, so I'm just gonna start to brush in the sand. We got to get it done today. I don't know, it's calling for snow and sleet, so we got to get this done. We got to get these locked in, and then we got to get them tamped. So we got to get out all this freaking spread out and set into place. So one of the reasons why I'm most excited for this project is because this is the final project, I think, before the snow comes, and this is the final project in our latest house build video. It's been so long since we brought you guys a house update video, but we've done so many little things, and I wanted to get a few little things done so we could put together a video for you guys. We love bringing you guys along for the journey, and we love showing you guys what we've been up to. So that's one of the reasons I'm most excited about this patio, because this finally ends the last little project we're done for this video. Holy. Man, that worked fantastic. That is a really, really good cheap plate compactor from Princess Auto. 7.5 horse. That thing just chooches. So I seen a few chips fly off on these edges, but other than that, I didn't see a single broken stone. So there's nothing to replace. I replaced one of these. It was cracked. I noticed as I was sweeping sand in, but it was easy. There was no sand. I just found a piece that fit, put her back in. But yeah, nothing that broke. Man, I was looking at our cuts, and me and Mrs. Osta, we laid these. Our 6x6 is pretty dang straight, because you can tell all the cuts are the same. These full bricks all the way along. Full bricks, full bricks, full bricks. So we did pretty dang good job at keeping a nice square straight line. Same with this guy too. All the cuts are very similar.
So did quite a bit of it fall in the crack?
Yeah, quite a bit. But yeah, well, hopefully, I bet you I'll use 2 more bags. So we'll probably have a couple bags.
Have a couple open there.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't it look awesome though? Mm-hmm. You should put your shoes on and come dance around. It's pretty good now.
Ready? Yeah. I'm
going to dance around.
She's got to go teach a class, so I'm gonna finish sweeping this in, and then I gotta look at the bag. Probably there's no chance to water it. It's too cold. It's gonna get moisture from the air, anyways.
Well, that and the snow.
Yeah. River.
But yeah, the goal here is to have a nice like privacy kind of.
We're gonna build. Man,
barbecue, little bar.
Isn't it crazy how much it drops off?
Well, like I said, I want to build this up. It's all gonna be rock along here.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna tomorrow. I'm gonna do something with that tonight. But tomorrow I'm gonna move all this out of here, clean all this up for winter.
How many pallets did we use?
We used
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then probably like 6.
So
6.5 probably.
Yeah.
Man, it looks so good. I freaking love this pattern.
I was gonna say, for the pavilion area over there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we have enough almost, but I think you'd need like probably at least 2 more pallets at least.
I don't. We have. What do we have over there still? 2, 1 of each.
But
1 8x10 and 1 of
these ones are almost gone.
those. Yeah.
Instead of doing concrete pad, but I think a concrete pad might be a better.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, whatever you can.
Anyways, it looks freaking awesome. So yeah. So we're gonna have like a little kind of barbecue area here, probably like a cool like fire pit area, sitting area, and then over here is where the deck will start. Like a little raised platform, a 12-foot deck with a hot tub. Yeah. So we got the wire ran for that. So man, we're ahead of the game.
The goal is to have a sauna.
Yeah, and a sauna right here.
Enclosed with a sitting area.
Yeah.
And then this will just be like a little loungy area.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll get some. We'll look for even this fall. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some patio furniture. But man, all this doesn't even look that bad. We're gonna build a little thing for it, but it turned out way cleaner.
It just looks.
It doesn't look bad at all.
Let's just tell everybody, like, for what was it, a year and a half?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah,
here, you had to
it was terrible. So it is 1,000 times better.
It's in a nice little home there. The generator's hooked up.
Yes.
Everything is in its place.
This whole side's really good. Yeah.
So this is all gonna get built up. There's gonna be this little flower bed.
Yeah. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna do like double 6x6s and enclosed little area there, just so that cleans that side all up nice.
Barkman flower beds.
Yeah, we have those big log-looking flower beds to do too.
Done that here, but they're really pricey.
Yeah.
This is a definitely more affordable route.
Yeah.
But
also you can't pound rebar through those.
No, but they're heavy.
Yeah, they're super heavy. But yeah, everything turned out great. Like I was saying, not a single broken brick. Very, very durable stuff.
There's a couple soft spots I felt.
What? Oh, still has to get locked in still? Yeah. I can't feel with shoes on, so.
Yeah,
so I'll probably sweep it and tamp it one more time. Okay. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So we are going to have our little Christmas party tonight. So I got in at 2:30 a.m. last night. And I'm so glad we got most everything kind of cleaned up and set up before I had to leave for the week. But everything is pretty set up and pretty clean. So usually the shop is such a mess, so it's so nice to have it clean. So we didn't really show, but we built a couple big tables, that one and this one. 2 like 9-foot tables, so that really helps. And then the rest are just those plastic fold-up tables, but we stashed all our sleds and Wraith is in there, and then a few other machines are in the attached garage. Just so we got lots of room, and then we just parked the Sherps outside. So, but yeah, all ready for host an awesome Christmas party. So go take some people for rides in the Mavar, and it's gonna be a super awesome day. Okay guys, we saved the best part for last. Mrs. Osta is gonna give us a tour, right Marley? She's gonna give us a tour of all the decorating she's done. Hello!
Welcome to our winter wonderland!
Mrs. Osta's been so hard at work, you guys. Okay, so we're just gonna start in the main living room here. And we're just going to notice just all the little decorating, all the little lights. And didn't our mirror turn out to be the coolest Christmas card holder ever?
Not planned, but very awesome.
Yeah, totally worked out good. Okay, we'll start all the way here. And we got some homemade decorations from our kids. Oh, they're so cool. Okay.
So this is like a collaboration of when my mom decided she didn't want to decorate anymore. So if anybody thinks, wow, there's a lot of decorations, it's only because I wanted to make sure I showcased.
Yeah, Grandma basically doesn't really decorate anymore, so she passed on, well, you'll see in a second here, her entire village to us, which is super awesome. Oh yeah, we didn't show you guys this. We made this really awesome pipe shelf too. We'll
So
show-
yes, in finishing our house and doing all the little finishing touches, these are little projects that I had in my brain. So now they're that and Google. You look at
Yeah,
Google.
totally. So basically, you guys, for the inside of the house, the last like few months is basically this where we kind of just been doing everything. This was the last room to finish, and arguably this is the nicest room in the entire place.
This was a prep room, the board staying room.
Yeah.
This floor had to get sanded. Now, honestly, it needs one more coat of like a.
We did a stained concrete, and you know, it's whatever. It's it works.
Fine, but it's a little chilly in here. We didn't finish it.
That was really one of our only regrets to this entire build, because when we built this room, it was supposed to be just a 3-season room. We weren't going to have windows. We were just going to have screens. But then we got the window openings framed out, and the sun sets directly that way. And we came out here during one sunset, and we were like, this is the nicest room in the whole house. So we ordered windows, but we did not run the in-floor heating in here. Dang it. So it does stay super warm. Basically, we just keep these doors open all the time. And obviously, so the heat from the house.
And you have this furnace right here.
Yeah, and as soon as you light the fireplace in like 20 minutes, it's nice and warm. It takes a while for the floor to heat up. So like when we've had 2 Christmases in here now. When it's been one Christmas, it was I think last year was 35 below.
Yep.
So it took a good 5 hours of burning, but I just lit it in the morning, and by the time everyone came, this entire room was just gorgeous. Okay, so we were talking about hand-me-down Christmas decorations, so this is what we're talking about. Most of this village was Mrs. Osta's mom's, and she basically doesn't decorate anymore, so we kind of inherited, and then Mrs. Osta kept supplementing with more trees and a few. You bought a few things, did you not? A few pieces, or just a couple?
The nursery, but mostly everything is
So we didn't really show you, but so we built a table this year. You can't really tell because it was nice black. It kind of disappears how it's supposed to. So we built that table, and then we built all these risers to give us like a little ski hill here. There's like people sledding, and it's like you could stand here for half an hour and look. There's just so many little features and stuff that Mrs. Oz to put in here, and then all the little trees just tie everything together. I was holding Marley the whole time. Thank you. But yeah, it's just so awesome, man. I just love it. And I love when everyone comes over and sees it for the first time, because they're like, wow, look at a treehouse. There's like squirrels back there, a little skating rink. Oh, it turned out so cool. Okay, so
Another thing that turned out really cool was using barn wood off of the old buildings.
yeah, I don't know if we showed any of this. So we made these cool little barn doors. We bought some little barn door tracks, and basically closed in this entire countertop. And then we just last week we finished these shelves. Don't the shelves look so cool, you guys? They turned out so rad.
And the shelves on this wall with the piece de resistance.
So if you guys don't know, Mrs. Oster really, really, really likes Legos. So another Christmas village sort of, but it's all Legos. Every single Christmas Lego set that they make,
I just have to buy
except
more
one.
Lego trees, and like my brick, I'm going to invest a little bit of money into that, because man, all those being lit up.
To have light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
So right now she just basically uses these small little Christmas lights to give it some light. But same thing. Just you could stand here for just ever, just looking. There's just so many little things. Oh yeah, you could turn the train on. Oh,
I see that the grandkid got a little bit here.
we're a little off the track. But anyways, yeah, same thing. Like she spent so much time. And every year it grows a little bit. Like this year we added a little bit of width onto a couple of the platforms so that the train track could be much larger. So, and it's all kind of put together where it'll come apart easy now. So yeah.
He makes it sound like he does the work.
No, I do nothing. Mrs. Osta does there. I help build like the frame, and then it takes weeks for the decorating. So I do the quick, easy stuff.
Okay, I found it. I was like looking for my little controller.
Oh yeah. So yeah, train goes around. Super cool.
I think every village should have a train.
Yeah.
Oh. Just slowing it down. See what So
But yeah, so like
each
1, 2,
year-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of
each year
craziness.
They come up with a set. There was a few years that they didn't, so I'm actually only missing one official set, and
It's so hard to find, you guys.
understandably, I would have bought it. I did buy a few sets a few years ago, but they're like $60 sets now for $500.
Because they're so hard to get, you guys. It's like everything, right? They're discontinued now, so she'll just have to keep looking, and hopefully. So
these
what we're
are-
talking about is like something like this. Boom, that's a set. This whole thing here's a set.
This is Hogwarts, so this actually
Oh,
doesn't
gotcha.
go in here,
Yeah.
but they're Christmassy. So.
Yeah, they got snow on the roof, so.
But this was this set this
Oh yeah,
year.
so this was this year's set.
So it's a super cool addition to my ski
Like a
hill.
little log house.
Sounds
A
amazing.
little snowmobile with a trailer. But yeah, super rad. And then, so when she does all the Lego buildings, it looks pretty good, but it isn't until she adds all these trees, all these little trees that really kind of bring it all together and tie it all in. It makes it look...
I know the Lego collectors would be like blasphemous. And
No,
all Lego.
I'm telling you guys, if you've seen it before without the trees, it looks fairly plain.
No,
but you
but they would be saying that I needed to use.
Yeah, but really, I don't know. The Lego trees are cool, but the little kind of more realistic trees, I think, look so much
You wanna
better.
bring real life into a.
So it goes all the way up, and the top layer you could barely see, you guys. Ready? It's like Santa's sleigh and stuff. It's so tall you could barely see it.
Okay.
Look at this little guy.
That's a really awesome feature in this room, and it's set up on a timer.
Oh yeah,
Really?
all the blinds are motorized. We got those installed this past summer. So it really helps because there is an air gap the way they are. They're kind of a fluted blind. It gives you an R3, so it actually gives you R value. So in the winter when there's no sun, you can keep your blinds down and it actually keeps this room warmer. But of course, when it's a gorgeous day like today, like it's going to be, you keep these up and the sun heats this entire room because there's just so many windows.
But the view, awesome.
Yeah, it's
This is what makes this room amazing.
yeah, that's why it's like we're saying, it's one of the nicest rooms in the whole house. Oh yeah, here's this side too. So again, we did the couple barn doors and then we just completed these shelves. And it's just all with this, actually all this kind of whiter wood with a tiny bit of blue and red was all off of the old shop doors. Mrs. Austin did not want to do it today.
Every time.
I just followed
This
her.
is ugly, it's
I'm like,
ugly.
this is junk, and she just kept peeling nails out and peeling it off, and man, it looks even better than like the old
It's
barn wood.
authentic.
It looks so cool. And then we did these shelves over here.
These ones, a same thing. He said, I don't like.
Yeah,
these.
so these shelves here, if you guys look, they're cut from one like solid, like it's almost 3-inch thick by, I think it's about a 3x10. Anyways, it was cut from one, and they're all like fairly even, and the look is the same. And then these ones are like really rustic, but they all look cool. And these old bolts were stuck in there, so she just left those on, like put a little decoration on there. And then I don't know where all these decorations were stored, but when we did these shelves, all of a sudden the next day I came home and there was just decorations. She just waiting for these shelves to get done. So
I've had these plans in my brain for a while.
and this little plant holder here too.
It's hard
She
to
got a
see
piece
with
of driftwood
the
from
blind
British
up.
Columbia.
And my plants are not quite developed enough yet.
Yeah,
so
she
eventually
just planted
they'll
them.
thicken up.
So, and our little dollhouse that we made for our kids, and now the grandkids come play with it. We just put a hinge on it so that this can just stay open.
It needs a little
And they got
TLC.
access.
Obviously, she was here playing with it the other day.
Yeah.
But Grandma will fix that.
Oh, as soon as she comes, this is the first place she comes. She comes into here to play with this dollhouse. She freaking loves
Grandma's
it.
gonna put another room and then some stone on the fireplace down there. So it's
so
gonna look cool. But
And that's literally the same thing. It's just the tongue and groove pine that we used at our old cabin. We just used leftover stuff to make this big dollhouse.
all right, now let's show the shop.
Oh yeah, the shop is actually clean, you guys. So yeah, like I said, we saved the best for last. This room is our favorite room in the entire house. And it works so well. Like I said, that fireplace keeps this place toasty when you need it. And then in the summer, same thing. We just keep these open. The air conditioning comes in here and it's totally, they just love this rug, you guys. It's like a sheepskin rug. It's their favorite. River's got his PJs on.
I can't say enough about how awesome this kitchen turned out.
Yeah, we like I said, most people use their kitchens every day, but we cook so many meals, A, because we're out of town, and B, because Mrs. Ost has tons of food allergies. So we cook We cook so much, and the kitchen works so well. There's almost nothing in the kitchen that I would change. If you could wave a magic wand, everything works so dang good.
We'll also put a little blurb about who did them, so if you're interested in it.
Oh yeah, like the rock work, like he did such an
Rockwork,
awesome job.
Cabinets, stone, even the tin outside.
Yeah, everything.
All those things
everything worked out so awesome.
Love.
Oh, I gotta turn this light on. This is the light if you're really doing something and you really need some light. It is so bright, but it does work really good. Like say you're like, I don't know, preparing whatever, like.
This one came from Miss Austin's store.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we showed that in a previous episode, us reaming that thing out and mounting all those lights. And
don't always watch every episode.
100%. 100%.
And I'm proud of that piece. I think everybody sees that here.
Yeah, it's super cool. You walk in, it's one of the main things you see when you first walk in. So, okay, so we'll cruise through the semi-clean office. It's not too bad. That's where I edit everything, you guys. Boom. Old computers that I got to do something with. Yeah, she always loves it. What's kind of funny is the in-floor heating. This is one zone, the shop is one zone, and the house is another zone, but the main pipes feed through right here, so it's extra warm right here, so she just loves sitting right here.
So you gotta have a pair of shoes for in the house and then in the shop.
Okay, so a couple days ago, we had a little Christmas party in here, so Mrs. Asta decorated in here too. We made a couple 9-foot tables out of some slabs. Turned out really good, and we just ordered some steel table legs, and that turned out good. So we have one here and we have one right there, and those are gonna actually stay there. So Mrs. Austin put little decorations on everything in here. We went and cut down an awesome Christmas tree from out back kind of by the track on our land. Ooh, kitty. We have some little decorations just to make it feel Christmassy in here. And we have Boxing Day, our big family supper. With like 40 people we have for Boxing Day, so all this will stay set up for the next few days or whatever. We have a bunch of board games. Everyone can play board games. Everyone can sit around, chill, do some donuts and Ghost. Yeah, we just take a few of the machines out, and then we got tons of room for everything. Not like there's not lots of room anyways, but then it feels a little bit less cluttered. So, but yeah, the shop, everything in the shop turned out great. There's the tin. I'm so glad that we finished the shop, because a lot of times, you know, in the heat of things, you just want to get the house done and the shop kind of takes a back seat, and then you just never finish it. But I'm so glad everything looks so clean and finished in here. Maybe the only thing we might have overlooked that would have been nice is probably in the car wash bay. It would have been nice to have a separate drain and water source, so we could run old like Facebook Marketplace washing machines. So when you're done a long days of riding, or if you have anything that's just super grubby that you don't want to throw in your main washing machine, it'd be great just to have some like $50 washing machines that when they quit, you could just take them to the junkyard and then just buy another one. So you could have if you had a washer hookup in there, that would have been cool. Something I thought about after, like that would have been probably pretty awesome. Then you could just throw all your junk in there and it doesn't matter. And some of those old machines will last forever. You literally cannot kill them. So, but yeah, other than that, the shop, everything turned out great. The size is working out really great, even though we do have a lot of junk in here. But when you clean it up and get everything organized, there's tons of room, like I said, for hosting events and just friends and family. And then when it's 40 below out, you can have all your stuff inside. You never have to worry. If you got to plow snow, you don't have to worry about your skid steer starting or 6x6 starting, because we use that for plowing snow a lot. Everything's just inside where it's warm, so always awesome. Yes. The cabinets all worked out really good, these new age cabinets, but it's kind of funny. I'll show you the difference. So these larger cabinets here, these are the Pro Series. They're quite a bit more money, but they are thicker metal. There's lots of features. The hinges are better. They're all soft close. So they're pretty nice. And then over here, we bought this much later. These are the Bold Series. So you can see just the difference, how much smaller.
But if you only need a small set.
Yes, exactly.
The only thing is they're a little close.
Yeah, like these are what we had at our old place, and they were completely fine. We never had any issues with them. But when you get the Pro Series, like these are just kind of obviously not soft close or whatever, it's kind of silly, but the Bold Series or the Pro Series are a nicer cabinet, but you just really pay for them. So the Bold Series is great. It works out great, but everything is just a little bit smaller. And then this we bought from like a discount store in Saskatoon, and it actually works really good. Mrs. Ossett keeps all her stuff organized in here. for shipping. So this is our little shipping station in here. Everything that you guys order off the site, Mrs. Asta packs and ships right from here. So it works out extraordinary. Again.
Right. One more thing to show.
Yeah. So our little kind of sitting area and TV area here works out extremely well. We picked up a couch off Facebook Marketplace for like $500. It's actually really comfortable. That comes out into a bed. So there's another place if people got to stay over. The TV, all this little area turned out so cool. And to think I argued with you on that as well. I did not want to do this mud area, but it turns out it's one of the most useful areas in the house just because, yeah, you get to come in, take off all your stuff, got hangers here, kind of cleaned up or whatever, but usually there's some jackets hanging here, your boots and stuff go in there, everything's great. So we're done 1 of 3. I can't remember if we took any video for you in this video, but these little Lego storage cases, little display cases, they turned out so cool. Yeah, from the old shop. Yeah, old window. So we have everything cut to make the 2 more. We just don't have glass for the last one. These are actually the old windows out of the old shop as well, an old house, but there's some over there that are all broken. So I don't know. We're gonna have to get some cut or whatever. Just plate glass, so real thin plate glass. We'll have like here, one will be Hot Wheels and another one will be more Lego minifigures. So that'll be super cool. And I can't remember if I showed you guys these barn doors too as well. So these turned out really great. This is like where our little freezer is and just more storage. We kind of finished the ceiling, but it'd be nice to kind of paint this wall and maybe finish this. But again, it's just storage, right? Christmas storage and stuff, so, and access to the freezer. I had to put on this super strong little magnet. It's actually not a little magnet, it's a big magnet because the cat, because you can get into the house if you go beside the freezers. So she would always just paw that open and then all of a sudden you'd be watching TV and the cat would walk by. So, and both me and Mrs. Oster are both allergic to cats. So even though we love her to bits, but when she stays in the shop, we just don't have any trouble with allergies. So, and it's perfect for her. She keeps the mice down. She's an awesome little hunter cat. So, okay, let's cruise upstairs. I can't remember the last time I showed you guys upstairs.
Luna wanted to show you her house.
Oh yeah, we built this cat house too.
With me about that.
Yeah, Mrs. also want to do this. I'm like, oh, this is a winter project. So anyways, we hammered this out and it turned out so cool. We basically just found a big chunk of poplar and just made a couple platforms. And Mrs. Huss has stapled all this on. Man, that little air stapler, thank God for that, because there's like 17 million staples in that.
Cats love clawing on the tree, so it's amazing, right?
She loves it. I see her up here all the, I haven't really, never ever seen her at the top one, but I see her on this middle one all the time. Okay.
Okay, here's the last part.
Pretty dang clean. We just got to really dwell on this pretty well. Clean, because usually you guys, I can't remember if I showed earlier, but usually this place is just a disaster because we're in the middle of doing 17 things at once.
All right, this is the last bit of Christmas.
Oh yeah, this is also decorated up here as well, you guys. Okay, so we're up in the Can-Am Lounge, and like I said, Mrs. Austin decorated up here as well. You ready? A full Christmas tree up here, and then this is where we put a few of our gifts. A little train, not Lego though. But yeah, literally we have one almost full 20-foot container to just house Halloween decorations for every season. Christmas, Halloween, Easter, probably Valentine's Day, maybe a little bit in there. But it's so worth it because everything looks so dang awesome. Marley, hi. And these are Legos that the one year she had this on the ladder downstairs because it's, I guess it's not really winter or Christmas, but it sure looked cool. But Hogwarts Castle and then the Home Alone house, that's pretty Christmassy. It's so cool, you guys. There's so much cool stuff. Lego is crazy. Oh, I didn't even know that turned when you turn this.
Get on my Lego.
Look at this is the toque of what's his name. How come the toque's there? Where's he? That's his toque.
Oh no, that's the
That's the other guy.
He's right here.
Oh, that's him. Oh, he's dressed as the cop.
So
So
there's all the scenes, right?
yeah.
So. But yeah, so again, this is a Costco Christmas tree, but my mom donated the elves and I.
Oh yeah.
Some of this.
It's a really nice pre-lit Christmas tree, and it's pretty easy setup.
And then you got Burger Time in the background.
So actually, for months and months, we never really used those. But the last few times we had events, we are actually using them. So, and me and Miss Sauce were playing House of the Dead the other day.
It's actually really fun, but
It's super cool.
We're so busy, we don't have time. So
Totally.
You just come up here and just ignore the world and play.
Yeah, yeah. So everything in Can-Am Lounge worked out so awesome. It's a really great place to just host more people. The pool table turned out so awesome. It works really good. What? Oh, ready?
Oh. Hold on.
Oh, goodness. It needs a remote to turn on? Anyways, that's like a little light up Can-Am. It was in one of the catalogs.
That's why.
Super cool.
When the power goes out.
Oh, yeah, trips the... Boom.
And then we have this to hang on the wall.
This is like a vodka hockey stick. I don't know where we got that. We still, you guys, we still have to build our little platform so that we can move that light to the center of the cabinet. And this one, I don't know. This one, I guess, nah, it's fine. It could get moved to over there, but that's the thing. We had to do the electrical before we had all the countertops and stuff, so we weren't sure. What's Marley doing? Just whining. But yeah, so when everyone comes over, they have the entire upstairs to themselves. So you guys remember, we totally made this bed. That was in one of the episodes. I can't remember, a few episodes back. But it turned out so cool. And these Casper king size, what are they called? Yeah, but what, like memory foam? They are so comfortable. So we have the same one downstairs and we've been using it for 3 years now. It is freaking awesome. And our plan is to... If it ever does seem to get worn out, we're just going to swap because no one uses this room barely. Only when people come over. But anyway, so we have mattresses forever. And then Mrs. Osta's night table, find off Facebook Marketplace. They're like solid oak nightstands, but they're dog chewed off the back corner. No, but this side too.
That one's worse, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, she just sanded it down and stained the top. Originally, the lady was just selling the one, and the one's in perfect shape. And she wanted like $25. And she's like, well, I do have another one, but the dog chewed it all the heck. And Miss Sus is like, well, let me see. She just sanded it down. So there we got 2 oak nightstands for $25.
I feel like they're super, super cozy here. So when I go to places,
What?
somebody take it. Oh, look.
What? Oh, little eye masks and
So
stuff.
you have little eye masks, and it says, I got this from one of the hotels we stayed in.
I'm busy in the bathroom. Oh yeah, so really the last thing we have to finish is this upstairs closet. So we have the steam shower hooked up now, both wire and water. So, but we have never tried it for some reason. But we have to make our little storage shelves in here. So really, this is the last thing.
Pipe,
Yeah.
just like those little features in the house that followed through the whole house.
Yeah.
And yeah, so see, this is where the plants came from. So I've had boxes and boxes of storage stuff that didn't come out. So when all of a sudden,
that's where it was.
This will all look finished.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Once we get these shelves up, and then you can actually put stuff on the shelves and clean up the last little area of the house. But then again, all you got to do is just do this, and then boom, done. Can't see it? Done. Perfect. Yeah, same thing. Bathroom turned out really, really awesome. Mirror turned out really cool. Our little homemade light there turned out super awesome. That one-piece toilet, super awesome. I can't say enough good about the upstairs. It's like you're here, but it's like you're in a total different area to everywhere else, which is super cool. Like I said, when people come stay, they have the entire upstairs to themselves. So
that and they have literally, there's an air fryer here. There's a
I don't think any of this stuff's been used.
cooktop. Yes,
You know what we do use? We use the fridge all the time when we have events because we just run out of fridge space, even though we have a fridge in the shop as well. So when we pre-make, like especially for a Boxing Day supper, because we do ham, turkey, potatoes, pierogies, cabbage rolls.
This is gonna be full in the next couple of days.
So it works so good. Extra desserts, everything can get stored in the upstairs freezer. And then it has a really big ice maker too, so that comes in clutch when you're hosting stuff as well. So I think that's about it, you guys. We just want to take you kind of for a final tour. We are 99.5% done. That closet is 0.5.
My tips. If you're ever doing this on your own, this is mega. Obviously, most people won't do it in this scale, but honestly, like, I'm so happy with how everything turned out. But I probably won't do it again. You spare no expense, and when you run out of money, then you start doing everything.
Yeah, that's.
So it took a lot longer.
Yes,
to finish than most people would have. But honestly,
if you want nice stuff, you either have to have lots of money, or not have it, or you got to do it yourself.
It's not even just that; it was unique, right? So I personally can't take what's in here and tell someone and make them do it.
Yeah, that as well.
Costing me
yes, there's so many personal touches.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
We are over the moon happy with how everything turned out. And the coolest part, one of the coolest parts, is we basically got to bring you guys along right from when we broke ground. Like, how crazy is that? So it's been 3 years now. This spring will be 4 years because we broke ground in the spring of 20, and this year will be spring of 24. So isn't that crazy, you guys? So it was one of the coolest parts, is just you guys have been with us every step of the way, every step of the construction. So at the beginning of this video, I put together like a little bit of drones right from, like I said, right from breaking ground to framing to every thing we passed and we finished was, it was so exciting. It was like stages, right? First there was breaking ground, then there was all the stuff to do as far as putting a road in, getting a well, getting the septic, getting the power brought in, getting the gas brought in. People are like, "Oh yeah, I built a whole, thing for 150 grand." And I was like, I think we were 330,000 and we haven't even started building yet. That was for the site prep, the road, the power, the gas, the well, and the septic. And the lot itself. The lot, we paid I think we paid 140,000 for the quarter section, 160 acres. So that was half of it right there. But still, people are like, "Oh yeah, we built everything for 150," and I was like, "Holy cow!" But obviously on smaller and there's all different ways to build and whatever. So we wanted to go as kind of like as big as we could, because it's one of those things where you could build a lot cheaper, but then in 3 or 4 years, you're already looking at maybe trying to expand or trying to change. We wanted to try to go as big as we could and then just be happy with it. And so far, it's been working out great. Like I said, 4 years. So
last thing is stay tuned for the exterior in the new year.
Well, tons of this video is the exterior. Is the concrete, is the paving stone, but she's talking about like picnic pavilions and all this other stuff. Warm-up shacks and oh my goodness, you guys. Yes. It will never end. So anyway, so we love you guys that you've come along this whole way. Yeah, he's pumped. We love that you guys have been with us every step of the way. And like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. So we freaking love you guys, and we love you guys being here with us.
Happy holidays!
And happy holidays. So we'll see you next video.